সরি সবাইকে। আসলে কিছু টেকনিক্যাল প্রবলেমের কারণে আমাদের লাইভটা ক্যান্সেল হয়ে গিয়েছিল। তো আমরা আবার ব্যাক করলাম আমাদের টপিকস গুলো নিয়ে, যেখান থেকে আমরা আহ, আমাদের লাইভ এন্ড হয়ে গিয়েছিল। আমরা ওখান থেকে আবার স্টার্ট করব আমাদের স্পিকিং সেশন। So, Richard, can you, if you please continue from where you stopped?
Okay, so we used to race down the hill in our go-kart that we'd made, which took us a while to do. And we always used to argue about how it would look and whether we would have big wheels on the back or small wheels on the front, or wheels that were the same size across both the front and the back. And then we would take it in turns, and then we would have to drive down. We have to make sure that we weren't going too fast when we hit this corner, so we could turn the corner without ending up in the road. Because if we ended up in the road, there was a possibility that a car could come either way and hit us. So we really enjoyed it because it was dangerous and exciting, and it was very fun. And it used to pass the time of day when we were outside all day. So when we were younger, there was no such thing as the internet, or, well, for me, there was no such thing as the internet or streaming service like Netflix. In fact, the internet was never even heard of. And so we had to spend our times doing other things. So I used to go out at, say, 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning, and I would only come back in the house for my dinner around 5:30 in the evening, 6 o'clock in the evening, and then I'd go back out again until later if there was no school night. If it was a school night, then as soon as after school we'd spend a couple of hours, and then that would be it after we finished our homework. So it was great fun, and I remember those days growing up because it was great bonding with our friends. It was just amazing to be together and everything else. So really enjoyed it.
Okay, so you made a gang up in your childhood.
Go-kart, yeah, I made a go-kart. It was fantastic. We used to do so many things with try to make loads of different things, but that was the only thing that was very successful because it was easy to do for us. Um, and that was it. But once we got bikes and we all could ride bikes and be really cool on bikes, then we forgot about the go-kart, and then we tried to do the same thing on bikes, going
So
down.
bikes were fascinating.
Yeah, we used to love it. Yeah, it was great. It was really good.
Okay, okay. So do you think your childhood was more colorful just because you had no, you had less mobile phones and streaming sites in that time?
Yeah, we had
What do
none.
you
So it was much better. It was way better because you had to go outside and find things to do or work together and enjoy doing things rather than just sitting around and doing nothing, or watching TV it was much better to go out, and you could walk for quite a long way and there'd be like woods or greenery, or you'd be able to climb trees or climb rocks. So I felt it was much better to do that than sit playing games. I mean, if uh, the younger generation, learns how to use like coding and this type of thing, or computers properly, then that would be fantastic rather than just playing the games. I'm sure there's a majority of people today that do that, but I'm sure there's a vast majority that do nothing other than play games and spend hours and hours at night, in the middle of the night, just playing games or watching box sets or the whole series of a program on Netflix or some other streaming service, which I think is a waste. But hey ho, that's my
Yes,
opinion.
because of those movies and like series, they're leaving behind their studies, right?
Yeah. Well, they might not. They might study, but they could study better.
Yes,
I mean, some
I
people
also
will be able to. Some people will be able to do both, but a lot of people won't be able to do any.
hmm, that. So, is there anything else special? Any special person in your childhood?
Yeah, I would say my friends, my two neighbours, they both lived. One lived next door, and one lived about 5 houses away. We
Okay.
grew up together. We did pretty much everything together. I mean, we had our ups and downs like everybody. So we'd fall out, we'd be best friends, we'd take it in turns to be best friends with this one, take it in turns best friends with that one. Then they'd become best friends, and you'd be left out. And it was the whole thing over, I would say, 15 years or so. Yeah, and we knew
Yeah, it's
everybody in our street.
to have someone when you're growing up.
Yeah, it was great to know that whenever you needed to go out and play, there was all these people to call on to do it, and you get invited to their houses, so you go to one of my friends for dinner one night, and then they'd come to you another night, and then we'd go to another friend's, and it was all it was very nice, and we knew everybody on the street pretty much, and we knew all the people that we could say hello to, and all the people that really didn't want to know us and stuff. So it was fantastic, and there was some shops nearby as well, so we could, there was like a takeaway, there was a convenience store, there was a tobacconist, there was a hairdresser's, there was a model shop. So we all used to could sit and hang around the shops, and see different people and be nuisances to everybody that was trying to get there.
Okay. So, what do you like to play most in your childhood?
I would say sport. I used to like sport, football and
Ah,
rugby. I used to play a lot of when I was younger. I used to play for a number of teams in football and rugby. I played rugby for a long time, and all the way through university and college, and afterwards, it was great.
hmm. Was you and your best friend in the same school?
No, we were in no, not at all. We were all in. Well, all three of us were all in different schools. We were only friends because we were friends
You're
of the street,
living. Okay,
basically.
okay, friends on the streets.
But
Okay.
my friends at school, I had different friends at school, and one of those friends at school, I still see them and speak to them every day, pretty much. And we've been friends since we were 3 years old.
Wow, 3 years
Yeah,
old.
yeah. And
Do
now we
you
still,
still have contact with him?
yeah. We still speak now. He lives. It's about 7 minutes away from where I live now.
Yeah, it's very, it's great to have someone like this, like you're together from 3 years old. It's a very, very long time.
And it's really good because I find that good friends and friends that are meant to be in your life, it doesn't matter how long you don't speak or you haven't seen each other for. When you do, it's like all that time has disappeared. So my friend that I'm still in touch with, who I've known since I was 3, when I was overseas, it was difficult to communicate or difficult to see each other for a number of years, like 7 or 8 years. And then when I speak to him, it was like I spoke to him yesterday. Like we just talked as if we had seen each other yesterday. So it's a very good relationship and a very special relationship with anybody that you can do that with.
Okay. Um, Actually, I also feel that childhood friends are more close to your heart than school friend or college friend or university friend.
Yeah, I think so. I think it depends because another friend of ours, my friend and myself, we met them later on in life. So we met them, I would say, in our late 20s, and he's become one of our good friends. So, and we all go out, the three of us go out for dinner, every 5 to 6 weeks. We go for dinner and we have a catch up and we talk and we do that. And we've done that ever since I can remember.
Oh,
So it's a good relationship. So it all depends on the person and the and what type of friend you are making. whether they'll last the test of time or whether they are just in your life for a certain period. But everybody's in your life for a reason most of the time, and you take some knowledge or you learn something from all these people that influence you or are part of your crowd or group for however long.
Okay, thank you for sharing your childhood memories with us. তো
Hey, no worries.
বন্ধুরা, আমাদের ব্রিটিশ শিক্ষক রিচার্ড তার বেশ কিছু ছোটবেলার স্মৃতি আমাদের সাথে শেয়ার করলেন, যেখানে উনি ওনার ফ্রেন্ডদের সাথে কি কি অ্যাক্টিভিটিসে জড়িত থাকতেন এবং কি কি করতে বেশি পছন্দ করতেন। এই ব্যাপারগুলো নিয়ে আমরা জানলাম। তো আপনারাও যখন আপনাদের চাইল্ডহুড সম্পর্কে কথা বলবেন, তখন এই ধরনের কিছু ব্যাপার বলতে পারেন এবং ঠিক করে রাখতে পারেন যে আপনারা চাইল্ডহুড নিয়ে কি কি বলতে চাচ্ছেন স্পিকিং সেশন। ওকে, মুভ আপ টু আওয়ার নেক্সট টপিক, which is first day at university.
Yeah, okay. So my first day at university was very exciting and very scary. I was joining a university where I didn't know anybody.
Scary.
I had no idea what to expect. But
Okay.
I was very excited to be walking down, to my faculty building and going in and asking, where's this classroom? And they told me. And then walking into the actual room is very interesting because you don't know anybody and there's all these faces looking at you and you have to find somewhere to sit. And then you have to start to say hello to people and talk to them. And it's all about getting to know all these people. And then when the head of the faculty walks in and welcomes you to the course and welcomes you to the university, and then you listen and you're there thinking, wow, this will be great. And there was people there that you thought, oh my gosh, they're really cool, or those people are really nice, and it was just a great experience of seeing all these people. So yeah, it was enjoyable, and then the day just goes really quickly when you're excited and nervous about what would go on during the day. You just you go with the flow. You anticipate what could happen. You look forward to seeing everybody at lunch or at break, so you can get to know them a bit better because you can talk to them then. You get your timetable for the week, for the year, your reading lists, your assignments for certain subjects. So it was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed my first day, and it made me want to go back. So, which was a good thing, because otherwise I would never have passed my degree. So.
Okay. So what else you did on your first day?
So on my first day, we actually had to choose a year representative. So we had to choose somebody that would represent the year at meetings with the lecturers and the faculty to give feedback on what we needed or what we felt was missing or anything like that. And it was put to a vote. So there was people, people were asked who wanted to stand for it, and then people put their hands up. And then out of those people that put their hands up, they'd say, okay, so these are the people that are wanting to stand, and they'd say your name, and you'd stand up and go, hi, I'm da-da-da-da-da. I'd like to be the year rep because of, and then you sit down. And this was done, and I applied. I wanted to do it. And then the class voted for me, so I became the year rep. And it was great. It looked great on my CV. It was good. I managed to attend all the meetings with the faculty and fed back from the students what they were missing and what they didn't want and what they liked. And it was great. And then the thing what really fascinated me the most was all the people in the first year that really didn't care about studying, were like just going out partying, didn't really want to communicate with anybody, missed loads of work, but did all their assignments, their results were amazing at the end. They were the ones that got first class honours. One of them, who in particular was not great at anything in the first year, he got an unconditional place to do his master's at Harvard in America. So just goes to show you, it doesn't matter what you do as long as you put the work in and pass all your exams and be a good student in terms academically rather than participating. It was in behavior wise, you can go on to do wondrous things. And he went on to Harvard and spent a year there doing his master's, which was fantastic.
Wow. Yes. Okay. So our next topic is favorite food.
Now we're talking about something I really like, food.
Yes. Yes.
Great.
Well,
I think
most
everybody does.
of us like food. Anybody?
Absolutely. So my favorite food in the whole world is Turkish food.
Turkish food. Why Turkish?
I just love it. It's just very, very tasty. It's sometimes it's spicy, sometimes it's not. I like shish kebab with chicken or lamb on skewers with rice and vegetables and bread and hummus and spicy dips. I think it's very tasty, and there's numerous restaurants where we live. And when I was saying about the boys, we go out every 6 to 8 weeks. We usually go to a Turkish restaurant. It's not far from where we live. There's a number, and we alternate between the two. So one time we'll go this one, another time we'll go to another one, and we try different dishes when we're there as well, so that we can sample all the menu, and then we all share. We find a dish that's really good. So there's various different things I like, So there's like meat with spinach, which is fantastic. There's the shish kebabs. There's the
in Turkish food, shish kebab is your favorite?
Is what?
Shish kebab is the favorite food?
Yeah, it's my favorite. Is my favorite. Yeah,
Okay.
Chicken shish kebab is my favorite. Love it.
Kebab.
I also quite like the lamb shawarma or the chicken shawarma. They're all
Okay.
good.
Shish kebab, the name is quite fascinating. Not quite fancy. Quite fancy.
I think it's just tasty and it's great. And I also, where I used to live overseas before, there was these amazing restaurants where you'd go, and they were usually very basic, very simple, and you'd go in and you'd have all these dips and vegetables, and then all these different selection of different types of bread, and you wouldn't pay for any of that. You just pay for your meat and what you wanted. So you could have all this meat, so either skewered meat, marinated meat, chicken, lamb, goat, you name it, all. It'd come, you'd pay for that, and everything else was free. And it was just amazing. Very tasty, very not expensive, very busy all the time with local people. It was just brilliant. And the same thing here with we go for Turkish now. It's amazing.
So, do you like to eat vegetables?
Yeah, I like to eat everything really.
Okay.
Vegetables I like. I could probably do 3 days a week vegetarian, and then 2 days a week just fish.
3 days a week vegetarian? Wow.
Yeah, I could do that. I'm not saying I
Okay.
will, but I could. And then I could do 2 days of fish and 2 days of chicken.
Okay. So, what's your what was your lunch or dinner? What you ate in last 1 week in your lunch and dinner?
Okay, so for the previous week, so lunch I usually have avocado.
Like, is it meat or vegetables? Fish.
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian. Okay.
Sometimes vegetarian, sometimes fish. So I would have avocado and scrambled eggs. Yeah, on a cracker, which is a multi-seeded cracker. So it will be made with high fiber content and lots of seeds. And then another day I'd have avocado with a butternut squash and lentil salad. So with rice and lentils and butternut squash. And then another day I'd have fresh salmon with the butternut squash salad. Yeah. And or one day I might have smoked salmon for lunch with scrambled egg. And then for the evening meal, it would either be fresh salmon with couscous.
Couscous? What
Yeah,
couscous?
so with like a Mediterranean couscous, a spicy couscous, a tomato.
Couscous is like, I mean, how is it some kind of meat or vegetable
No,
or how it's made?
it's a grain. It's like rice, but
Okay.
it's not. It's very small balls of wheat or corn, and you cook it in hot water, and it expands, and you fluff it up, and it's like having a portion of rice, but it's a vegetable. It's a couscous. It's like a wheat or corn. It's very, very, very tasty, very tasty, and it
Wow.
absorbs flavor. So whatever flavors you put into it, it absorbs it. So any liquid, it absorbs it into it, and then you fluff
So
it up.
couscous is deep into some kind of liquid.
Say again?
You dip couscous in some kind of liquid.
No, you cook it in liquid, and then it absorbs
Okay.
all the juice, all the
Okay.
liquid, and then you fluff it up with a fork, and then you serve it with a spoon like you would rice. Same thing, and you'd have meat with it. It was brilliant.
Okay. Hmm.
It's really,
It's
really tasty.
the name couscous is quite interesting.
Oh, it's very nice, honestly. It's really good. And then other nights I'd have chicken marinated in a homemade sauce with vegetables. So that would be it really. Fish or chicken usually during the week, and
Okay.
then
What do
and
you
then
like to eat first? Chicken, beef, or mutton?
I would say chicken would be my favorite. Well, it'd be chicken would be my favorite.
Very well.
Chicken, yeah, I like chicken. Do you eat chicken?
I basically like beef. I prefer beef more than chicken. You know, the taste buds.
Okay, so what type of beef dish do you like?
I like a dish named kalabuna. What's named kalabuna in our country? It's very yummy. It's kind of different than as usual beef we cook. So first they I mean, some different kind of techniques they use when they cook this talamura thing. It's like almost, it's well cooked. It's soft. It's aromatic, and very yummy to eat. Of course, it goes very well with any kind of rice, fried rice, pulao, or any kind of roti or roti like nuns. You
Oh, yeah,
know nuns, right?
yeah, yeah.
Yes, yes. It goes very well with nuns or fries. It's very yummy. I like to eat it most. And usually, if you give me option between chicken and beef, obviously I'll go for beef.
Excellent.
In
One
my
second, just bear with me
yes,
1 second, because let me just turn this off for a second.
okay.
Right, sit down and be quiet. Sit down. Sorry, the dog was
No,
barking
it's
at the door.
okay. Okay, absolutely okay. What's your dog name?
My dog's name is Teddy.
Teddy.
Hang
So
on,
Teddy
hang on,
he is
hang on.
disturbing you.
I'll show you a picture of him. There you
Okay. Wow. Poodle.
go. He's not
Uh,
a poodle. He's a cockapoo.
Cockapoo. Okay. Cockapoo. It's
Yeah,
half poodle and half cocoa.
he's
Something like
a
that.
half a poodle and half a cocker spaniel.
Half of poodle and half of cocoa spinal. Cockapoo.
Cocker spaniel.
Cocker spinal.
Yeah,
Spinal. Cocker
cockapoo.
spinal. Cockapoo. Cocoa spinal. It is really beautiful.
He's gorgeous. He's very naughty, but he's very loving. He's 4 years old, so he's still very young, but very
He
cheeky.
always gives you company, right?
Always, yeah. He's very cheeky.
Yes. So it's good when Coco, when you're Teddy, it's really good when Teddy is he's around you and you are enjoying his company.
Yeah, it's good to have a dog because it's like another. It's like having a friend, and then you can go for walks with Teddy, and
Yes.
he listens. And
Dogs also protects you from danger in
yeah,
times.
yeah, they're very nice, and he's gorgeous. He's
They
a
are
very
very loyal. Very
yeah,
loyal.
yeah. I mean, he's just sat now. Look what he's doing there. Yeah, he keeps me company when I'm working. And sometimes he sits, like if I get up on the chair, he sits behind the computer like this and looks at the computer and pretends he's working. So when I come back in the room, I go, how's your
He is
day?
working.
I say, how's your day?
Okay.
Did you have a
He
good
says,
did you
I'm
have a good
busy.
meeting?
Don't disturb me.
I say, do you have a good meeting?
Yes, he is busy. He is more busy than you. Okay?
Absolutely, yeah.
Okay, thank you. So move on to our next topic, which is uh favorite place where you like to spend your time.
Okay, so myself and Sarah, we love this place that's not far from here called Delft, which is in sort of Oldham. It's near Saddleworth Moor, which is a very, very beautiful village. And there's a stream that runs through it. And it has very old houses, like old, sort of like stone brick houses. Um, stone brick houses, and it's very quaint. It's like a picture postcard. So when you go
Wow,
there, you just say, "Oh, how lovely is that?" And the views of the surrounding
amazing.
area are just amazing, just beautiful. It's a lot of green. There's not a lot of people live there. There's like only a couple of shops. It's fantastic. There's a great restaurant there. Well, there's a great bar, sort of a bar restaurant that does great lunch there, and we know the people that work there, and we go in and they always ask us how we are. But, they
So
always
there
try.
is everything available. You need to enjoy your time.
Yeah, it's all about enjoying life, and when you have spare time, you have to enjoy it because you don't know how long you have on this planet. You just hope that it will be a long time, and you have to make the most of whatever you do. So the bits making memories is far more important than anything else.
Yes, of course. I agree with you.
Yeah, it's one of the best things to do, and I find that even more now after I was really ill. After being ill and nearly dying, you cherish those moments much more.
Yeah. So you went there alone or
No,
with your partner?
I go with my partner, and we take the dog because
Okay.
there's a lovely place to walk the dog. He loves it. There's loads of different. There's like people that in their gardens have chickens and other animals. It's just um, it's like near a lake, a running river. So you can stand there. Some of the houses are right on the river, so you can sit in their front room and you open the window, you could touch the river. So that's how close it is, and it's beautiful. You can walk around there. There's waterfalls. There's um, amazing walks. Some beautiful houses. Scenery is amazing. The people are lovely. It's just that you just feel really at peace when you walk around there.
Yeah. Okay, Richard. Thank you. Actually, the time is over today.
Okay.
So I think we have to end our live here. Inshallah. So we will discuss our next two topics tomorrow. Is it okay?
Okay, no problem.
Okay. So we're uh, ending our live here. So বন্ধুরা আমরা আজকে এখানেই আমাদের লাইভ শেষ করছি। ইনশাআল্লাহ আগামীকাল আবারও এই টাইমে আপনাদের সাথে লাইভে চলে আসবো আমাদের ফ্রি স্পিকিং ক্লাসে। আহ, আপনাদের আপনাদের যারা ইন্টারেস্টেড তারা জয়েন। ওকে, আসসালামু আলাইকুম। বাই।
Bye.